Okay, my name is Bob Weber. I'm an educational strategist for Grand Prairie ISD, and just want to welcome you to the 24-25 school year. I get the pleasure of opening up the eighth grade with our unit overview slides. So let me share that with you. Okay, and you should be able to see this by now. So the unit overview slides are available in the secondary math Canvas course under the digital unit overviews if you look on there. So I'm going to click on this. This is unit one, and you can see the slides will come up. We'll view those as soon as they pop up fully. Unit one is about value and magnitude of real numbers. It's a short unit with only one readiness teak. So let's put this in a slideshow motion for you and just kind of talk you through it a little bit. As I mentioned, Unit 1 overview, value and magnitude of real numbers. The TEKS in this unit, excuse me, 8.2D, which is a readiness standard ordering real numbers. 8.2A is supporting classifying numbers. 8.2B is supporting approximate irrational numbers. And 8.2C is scientific notation. Unpacking the TEKS, you can see the TRS guide, which you can reference on your own. 8.2D, ordering real numbers. The breakdown, the nouns or the knowledge that you have to portray to the kids is real numbers and sets. The skills is just to be able to order those real numbers sequentially, generally in descending order, but sometimes in ascending order as well, from smallest to largest on the ascending. So um, you can see the 2023 release questions from the STAR assessment and the most common errors that were made on those. 2024, when it's available, I will add to the slide deck so you can see that that's coming up. 8.2A is a supporting standard. Looks like I need to correct the space on there, but I'll fix that. That's describing relationships between sets of numbers, describe relationship between sets of real numbers, classify the real numbers. So that's the one where you're given a value, typically a root, like a root 169. And then you have to classify that. Is it a real number, a rational number, irrational number, integer, whole number, natural number, realizing that it can belong to more than one set. Here's the example of that. This one is negative square root 169, which of course simplified is negative 13. And so you would place that within which of the Venn diagram areas that would represent that. 2024 star question, should there be one, I will add it. 8.2b, approximating values of square roots or irrational numbers. That's a supporting standard as well. 2023 question on this. The area of a square wall is 182. Which measurement using decimals is closest to the side length, knowing that we'd have to square root 182? 2024 question, when it's available, 8.2C is a supporting standard converting between standard decimal and scientific notation, an important skill, even though it's a supporting standard. You can see the 2022 question, which is the last year that it was tested, or the most recent year. Data, we've done pretty well in this area. As a thank you to our previous eighth grade teachers. You can see our data is pretty solid on the readiness teak, 72, 66, and 77 on the last three star exams. We've actually done lower on our summatives, but I think that's because maybe we beef up the strength of the question just a little bit more sometimes to get them ready. So you can see that breakdown. Vocabulary that you'll need to have the kids be responsible for. Would strongly encourage you, if you haven't started yet, get a word wall going so that you can put these things up so the kids can access that pretty readily. Common misconceptions. You can read through this on your own. Bottom line is you can see decimals can be converted to fractions since all fractions can be convertible to decimal values, not really. Decimals can be non-terminating, non-repeating. That's a common mistake. Vertical alignment, this aligns very closely with sixth grade 6-2D, ordering a set of rational numbers from mathematical and real world context. Your unit is a brief one, as I mentioned. The readiness TEK of 8-2D, you're spending 4 days on, 1 day on each of 8-2A, 8-2B, and 8-2C, and then, of course, your unit quiz coming up. Instructional strategies, we're heavy into Desmos right away, which is going to be reliant then upon the fact that your kids get their technology so that they can access the Desmos units. And then ThinkUp is another resource that we hit heavily in Unit 1. And I'll showcase one of those in a second. Language sports, you can see ordering and the Spanish equivalent of that, and where's the value located on a number line as well. Resource showcase, I chose the ThinkUp to begin with because I like the fact that this is a paper and pencil. Which is good if you don't have your technology yet. I also like the fact that it's graduated. So you can see there's a concept exploration, concept development, and concept check. I just want to briefly make you familiar with these. So the concept exploration, you can see this is root 23, greater than 4 1/3. The students would respond true or false. They would justify their solution by forming probably equivalent decimals, I would suppose. Again, eighth grade is not necessarily my area of expertise, Algebra 1 and geometry, but that's how I would teach that. This lends itself to being done not only individually, but you could do this in small group or in dyads or pairs of kids. So I like that. Let me pull the other one up. Concept development. Again, you can see arrange the following numbers in ascending order. Square root of 3, 1.85, 16 tenths, 1 3/4, and 110%. All turning them into decimal values, taking a look at the number line, and now you have the kids try it, which is a pretty good skill. You could actually teach right off of this document and use this as your modeling problem that you show the kids. And then, of course, it finishes with a concept check, which is kind of your check for understanding. So I really like the completeness of this. Concept check, you can see, is multiple choice. And then you've got some being able to do things on the second part of this. So good stuff. ThinkUp does a nice job with their preparation. Okay, let me walk through the remainder of this. So intervention accelerations, we really don't have any for this. It's a brief unit with only one readiness, so it goes fairly quickly. The pacing calendar, which you can see, starting on the 13th with building relationships. I know that some of you want to spend more time with that. I've always believed that you can do the relationship building continuous. So, to spend 1 or 2 days, is that really quality? I don't know. That's something you have to weigh as a professional. And then, of course, the folks that are available to help you. If you have any questions, we kind of tag team eighth grade now. And so LJ is available. She's basically our content specialist. Christian, because of his knowledge of seventh grade, and Christian is a whiz at instructional techniques. And, I'll do whatever I can for you. I'm always available. Just give us a call or just send us an email. Good luck.